How is it possible that Nike Air Jordan 1 Low can be this wild? It's a really simple sneaker, that Nike Air Jordan 1 Low. There's not enough canvas to do any kind of painting on. It's nothing, you can't express yourself on an Air Jordan 1 Low. They're too small, they're too little, they're too low. There's not enough space to get like wild on them. But then here we are with this multi-colored snakeskin. And you know what? They've only gone and done it. They've only gone and managed to make a Nike Air Jordan 1 Low wild. It's an epic looking sneaker. I cannot believe that this is a Nike Air Jordan 1 Low. I literally can't believe it. It's an incredible thing to look at. And I'm thrilled that we can do that and look at the snakeskin. But wait, there's more, because not only is the snakeskin fire, there's second city syndrome. The second city in Tokyo, in Japan, is called Osaka, but nobody pays any attention to Osaka. Everyone pays attention to Tokyo, and then Osaka is that poor, distant cousin. But there's a second city syndrome going on here. Do you know what it is? Do you know what that hidden, ultra cool feature of these sneakers are that is lost because it's overpowered by that multicolored snakeskin? Today, we'll be looking at that multicolored snakeskin, and we'll be finding what that second city fire piece of branding, fire element to this sneaker is, as we take a look at the upcoming release on April the 1st of the Nike Air Jordan 1 Low multicolored snakeskin. This is a Talk About a 23 Sneaker channel. Talk About a 23 Sneaker channel. There's my Nichi Upside no day, my Nichi Media Design. Every single day from Tokyo, Japan, I bring you content about upcoming sneaker releases, sneaker news, and sneaker reviews. And today, we're looking at that absolutely epic Air Jordan 1 Low multicolored snakeskin. And just wow, what an epic looking sneaker. It really is amazing that they've crammed so much detail into such a small shoe. It's just all over. It's a great looking sneaker. I don't know if I could rock it. I don't know if this is the kind of thing that I'd be able to pull off because, you know, I'm old, frankly. But it is an absolutely fire sneaker. And I think people out there's a lot of people will be able to rock this and turn heads with this guy. There are three things. There's three things about this that I really want to talk to you about today. I've already talked a little bit about one, and we'll get into more about the details of the snakeskin on here. The other one is what I said about that hidden second city syndrome, which we'll get to next. But before we do those two things, I want to look at the simplest part of this shoe and talk about why it's important that the base color on this sneaker is black, because that, although it's kind of the least seen part of the shoe, people's eyes are drawn to the other features on this, but the black part of the shoe is actually super important. And it's super important because it builds the foundation that the snakeskin is then built on the top of. For example, if it had been white, if you look at the toe box, for example, imagine if that toe box had been white, then the toe box and the snakeskin would have been fighting against each other for dominance to see who would be the stronger feature on the sneaker. But in the case of this, because it's black, the black actually creates the foundation, and then the snakeskin is kind of built off the top of that. And that really, really works. I'm really glad that they didn't go with white on the toe box or white on the midfoot. I think going with black created the foundation, the base, and then from that we get this cracking looking sneaker. And the second thing that we want to look at is that snakeskin that runs around the toe box and all through the sort of midsection of the sneaker, up around the lacing system and then onto the back half. And it's really cool snakeskin. Again, they had a choice to make. Mostly snakeskin sneakers come in two colors, like a grey and a black, or black and white, or green and black, for example. We've seen some Air Max 90s, we've seen some other Jordan sneakers, I think in snakeskin as well. We've seen some SB Dunks, we've seen Blazer Lows, I think, also in snakeskin. There's been quite a lot of sneakers, Air Force Ones in snakeskin as well. But usually it's just two colors, the sort of base color of the snakeskin and then the lattice effect in a different color on top. But with these guys, the lattice effect is definitely black, but there's also blue and yellow and green and red in the snakeskin. So that multicolor effect is unique, and I haven't seen it before on a snakeskin sneaker. But that isn't my favorite feature. My favorite feature is that third feature I told you about, that second city syndrome. It's a thing that's overlooked on this sneaker because the snakeskin is such a draw. That's the thing that people look to first. And what I'm talking about is I'm talking about the gold detailing on here. And it's not just the swoosh, but the swoosh is definitely the main place to look for that. I love this swoosh in a kind of gold piping. Now what it looks like, and I don't think this is the case, but what it looks like is you've got the midfoot panel in that black leather that I talked to you about, and it looks like the swoosh has been sort of embedded in the panel. I don't know if that is what's happened, or if what they've got is they've got the piping of the swoosh, and within that they've got the black leather, and then they've put that on top of the black leather of the midfoot. So I'm not sure whether the leather and the swoosh stands away from the midfoot, or whether or not it's actually one and the same, and that swoosh is just sort of embedded in there. Either way, it looks great. I love the gold piping. I love the fact that the center of the swoosh black leather matches the outside around the swoosh, the black leather, and then I think it looks really cool and really fire. But there's still more gold to look at on these guys. If we go up to the top on that black tongue there, you can see a gold jump man, I think with the word air beside it as well on the tongue there, so that gives you a second kind of gold point to look at. And then if we take a flip round to the back and look at the back end of the sneaker, where they usually put, or usually, sometimes, often, always put the Wings logo, which is usually up higher on the higher versions of Jordan sneakers, or Jordan 1 sneakers, you can see on the back here that gold Wings logo has been sort of emblazoned into the back of the sneaker on top of the snakeskin effect there. So, to me, that's three really hot places with the gold detailing on there, but they're lost and they're kind of hidden away amongst the snakeskin and all that multicolour that's going on there. So, so it's almost like a three-layered sneaker with the black kind of base, and on top of that you're building the multicolored snakeskin, and then beside that you've got this gold detailing that looks absolutely fire. And like I say, I'm glad they didn't go with white for the base of this guy. I think white would have been too much of a contrast and the colors would have fought against the white, but as it's black, I think it looks really, really cool. And it's going to be one of those sneakers that takes people by surprise. I think a lot of people are going to be looking for this coming on April the 1st, and it's going to do pretty well out there. So keep an eye out for this one, a dark horse that's going to come along the outside and maybe take the win this spring season that's coming. But that being said, there are things going on at the channel that we have to talk about, and I do want to draw people's attention to Sunday, when a viewer's videos will come to the channel. A viewer has sent me some videos of his sample collection. I'm going to use that to build a video on Sunday, so please make sure that you check it on Sunday and watch that content, because it's great to have viewers contributing to the channel. It was one of the biggest things about the butter movement, was contributions from outside, if you like, and I totally want that to happen. It's happened already with Low Rains, who already dropped a vlog for me, and then this Sunday we'll have our second reporter in the field dropping some content from his sample collection in Europe. So something to look forward to. Definitely make sure you're around for that. And if you're going to check out these guys, please let me know if you want to pull the trigger and buy multicolored snakeskin Nike Air Jordan 1 lows. That's an incredible thing to say, an incredible sneaker to look at, but a sneaker that I think could do well in this upcoming spring season. For now though, it's time for me to throw up that last link and then leave you guys for the day. I always do this. I put up the Butter Movement playlist link because then if you click on it, it brings up a menu of all the other videos that you can click on to go and have a look at next. So I'll do that right now. Dong, there's the playlist of the rarest sneakers in the world in hand, samples, prototypes, player exclusives, incredible. And then that will bring up the menu of all the other videos you can click on and go see. So thanks for checking out the content. For now though, it's time for me to sign off and say farewell. But as I do this every single day, that means that you are guaranteed to see me tomorrow.
Right, we are back again this week with another episode of Coffee Stain is Still There, with another episode of What's the Shoe? So today, if you haven't guessed already, we've got the Nice Kicks. For those of you who don't know Nice Kicks, they are the YouTube channel that made the perfect pair famous. I'm sure there's a lot more to it than that. There's a store, an online web portal of some sort, and they are widely considered to be the top source for making resellers' days happy by promoting shoes that are ultimately not that rare and making everyone think they are, and therefore driving the price up. Thank you, Nice Kicks. But no, this is awesome shoe. It's got this sort of tie-dye color look throughout. Oops, give you guys a peek around the whole thing. Incredible shoe. Pretty, I'm gonna say pretty limited. Actually, it's not super limited, but they, you know, again, it was just a highly sought after shoe that the, so it says Nice Kicks on the back. It's got the logo there on the tongue. Inside, it's got a really cool sock on this side. Got the Adidas here, a couple different colors of laces, and again, the Nice Kicks on the back. Underneath, you got sort of that gel bottom. But yeah, on here too. Actually, this has got a really unique box. I didn't bring the box, but in the box, I'll get Doug to put up a picture here of the box. It's got a really cool box, and it's got a really cool liner in the box as well. So kind of nice. So yeah, congratulations, guys, if you chose or picked the Nice Kicks NMDs. Good work. See you next week.